Sri Suresh Prabhu.
Sir, I would like to congratulate the Minister who is not present right now in the House, but of course the Minister of State is there, on presenting the supplementary demands. And I was looking at this very closely through this document containing about 19 pages, where the state of Maharashtra finds any place in these 19 pages or not. But I am sorry to say that not many projects which have been mooted by the state for last several years have found favors with the minister, and I hope that during the second supplementary demand or probably during the intervention, he would really come forward to tell us some good news about inclusion of certain projects. Sir, I would like to first start with a very important project, and I would like to congratulate not only the Railway Minister and the Railway Ministry, but also the Konkan Railway Corporation for putting into being a very ambitious project which really going to benefit 4 states of the country. This project, when it was conceived, the Konkan Railway project, nobody ever thought that it would be really commissioned, not only commissioned, but commissioned in such a short period of time, despite all the odds which were there in the way. So I would like to really congratulate all those who are responsible for this. I would like to say that we must probably honor those who are responsible, at least 5 or 10 of them, including the present chairman, Mr. Sridharan, for the wonderful job that they have performed, and try to say that we also reward those who really perform well in the public sector. So I would like to raise some issues which I am sure the minister would address. So one, this project was considered not as just a railway project, but it was a socio-economic project, and that's why people fought for it. I have our Mr. George Fernandes, the person who is really responsible, could be said to have really put this project into being. He would vouch me when I say that this was not just a railway project, but a project of socio-economic importance. If that was so, the local people who are really donated their land, those who have gifted their land on which they used to toil, if they are not getting jobs in the railway project, I think we are really defying the purpose for which this project was really put into being. And I would like to honestly request the minister to at least set up a separate recruitment board for Konkan Railway to ensure that the locals only are absorbed into the jobs. Otherwise, the railway would be passing on the land which they donated, and they would become not only jobless but also landless. Sir, those who donated the land, those who gifted the land, I would use the word donation and gift deliberately because the price that they were given is really a pittance. They didn't mind it, but even now they have not got a compensation for the land, and I would really request that we should try to dispose of all the cases pertaining to land acquisition in the shortest possible time. Sir, these names of the stations on which that there are various railway stations which have been created. If we are going to satisfy the local aspirations, probably we must try to understand the ethos of local people and try to name the stations appropriately. And I would like to really try to put this thought in the mind of the people who are responsible for this. Sir, Mr. A.B. Valavalkar, the late Mr. Valavalkar, who was really trying to put, whose idea this was originally, I think his name should be appropriately mentioned, because if we fail to do that, we would be accused of forgetting the real persons who are really mooted this idea to begin with. Sir, another point is there are various stalls which are going to come up in the railway stations. There are various going to be peripheral activities, and I think if we don't accommodate the locals, probably we'll be creating socio-economic tensions in the times to come. Sir, the Dadar railway station, from where the train has to start, it doesn't start from there, but it starts from Kurla station. And all the people who really come from Konkan into the city of Mumbai have to go to Dadar, which is the heart of the city, and not at Kurla. I really don't fail to understand. I was told that there is a fight between Central Railway and the Konkan Railway Corporation, which prevents them from bringing the railway to Dadar railway station. I think it is very amazing that such a national project, when it is completed, cannot enter the city of Mumbai properly, though it has passed several mountains, several rivers, and has been completed now. Sir, I would demand that it is the policy of the government to have linkage between the capital of the country and the capital of various states. So this Konkan Railway is touching Goa, though it has not yet got into Goa. So I would request to start a Rajdhani Express between Sawantwadi, which is on the edge of the state of Maharashtra, and touching the state of Goa and Delhi to make sure that people of the state, people of the country could go into a beautiful place of Konkan to rediscover and to discover the beauty, unspoiled beauty of our country. Sir, there have been certain places through which the Konkan Railway has passed. It has really damaged various local institutions. For example, there were schools, there were school buildings, there were roads which were damaged, and it was promised that they will be able to complete this moment the railway is completed. I would request you to make sure that these assurances, these promises, and these wrongdoings are undone with before the project is fully commissioned and handed over to the authorities to run it. Sir, the other point is about the Mumbai Suburban Railway. Sir, it is a time that the railway authorities must come out with a white paper on the income that they get from Mumbai Railway Suburban Service. So this is one area which probably contributes to the exchequer. This is one service, one segment of the railway service which probably gives money to the country, money to the railway authorities, brings the revenue, net revenue, rather than drawing on the revenue. If this is the only fault that Mumbai Railway authorities or Mumbai Suburban Railway Service is giving more to the exchequer than what is drawing on it, then I think if that is the only reason for which they should be burdened with not fulfilling the basic amenities, not providing with the basic amenities that they are really demanding, I think will be really doing injustice to them. And I would like to tell the House that we are really sitting on a great volcano. There are almost 5 to 6 million people who try to commute to the suburban railways every day. They are not getting proper facilities. There is a possibility of accidents taking place on one account or the other. So we must really try to improve the Mumbai Railway suburban services and try to immediately, whatever excess amount that we are collecting from them, at least let us try to use that amount to offer them better services. So another issue which I think has been discussed for a long time in the House also is the plight of the temporary and the casual laborers who have been working in railways. So it is really shameful that an organization as big as railways could not accommodate, could not regularize the services of tens of thousands of people who have really made it possible, for which we all try to take credit, that we have laid lines through the most difficult terrains of the country. We have been providing services round the clock. We have been transporting so many people. We have been taking so many tons of cargo every year. This is the thing which is possible only because these people have been toiling and they have not been getting rewards for the services that they are rendering. I think the United Front government, which has come to power on the promise of providing better deal to the laborers, I am sure during their tenure, probably the minister or the Honorable Minister of State would certainly assure the House that their services would be regularized before too long a time. Sir, another point I would like to mention is a suggestion. So this Konkan Railway Corporation was created as a special purpose vehicle. This is the first of its kind that a corporation was created to execute a particular project. There are several engineers who were drawn from different faculties. Some of them were working for railways, some of them were never working before for the railways. So this institution which has been created should not be dismantled with the project being commissioned. Let us use this infrastructure that is available to you, the manpower, the technology, the people, the systems, and try to undertake jobs, not only probably in India, in different parts of the country where railways could not reach, or even take the jobs on a turnkey basis, charging some fees, and do the jobs outside the country and earn foreign exchange for the country. Let us not dismantle the organization, because I am told several of these people have been served notices that their services are liable for termination on the completion of this project. So I feel that we will definitely be able to take precaution on this count.
Yes.
Sir, the 2 points I would like to mention, which are not really necessary for me to mention but are important, are about the cleanliness and safety, which we always try to highlight as one of the mission of the railways. Though it has only remained as a mission, I think during the year it will become part of, will commission and not just remain as a mission. And we'll definitely like to also remind the minister that there was a proposal to use the land around the railway tracks, use that money to develop the railways in city of Mumbai, in other parts of the country. We can use that untapped asset to develop railway services. So I thank you very much for allowing me to speak here, sir. Thank you.